Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, question of the night: Would Sasha and Cody be a thing? Would it be romance between Sasha and Cody? That is the question of the night. Becky D, what's good, Becky D? How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. I don't understand this overwhelming hatred towards Cody Bell. Okay, I've seen characters that just annoy the living life out of me. And either they've gotten better or they're no longer on the show, and I don't really care. Um, Stella annoyed the hell out of me when she first started. Uh, Chanel on Days of Our Lives annoyed the hell out of me when she first started. So I get it to some extent, but I don't I don't understand. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. What's good, Becky D? Yeah, it's kind of funny too, because as I was sitting there thinking about writing it, I was like, I wonder when Akeisha's gonna sit there and say. Mel's in the chat. How you doing, Mel? Sean is in the chat. Ron is in the chat. What's good, Ron? Becky D says, I hope Cody and Sasha get together. They're cute. We got somebody. Yeah, we got one person that likes Cody and Sasha. Okay. I'll be right back. Yeah, I may try to review tomorrow's episode of YNR. So we'll see what happens. Um, Also, I'm gonna sit there and make a post tomorrow about General Hospital moving forward until this nurses ball thing is over. Because well, if you saw my and De Havilland's in the chat. It was good to have him. Saw my review yesterday. You know how much I could not stand that episode. I could not stand that episode. I could not stand that episode. Oh my god! I think it might have actually been the worst episode I've seen. I think that might have been the worst episode I've seen. Oh, well, okay. Well, that's that. DC's in the chat. Was good, DC? DC says the VP of Bostic Enterprises has arrived in Jack Sabbath voice. Oh, DC. Darby's in the chat. Was good, Darby? See, I remember this time. I remember this time. Becky D said, I think Cody will be a better man if he has a chance with Sasha. DC says, when you just mentioned the episode 3 times, it made me think of Andre, who does. I thought about that after. Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. What are he's doing? I haven't won on his channel in a hot minute. Makai's in the chat. Was good, Makai? So yeah, and I'll make a quote unquote press release tomorrow. I couldn't stand yet. I couldn't stand. Here's the thing. I couldn't stand yesterday's episode of GH. I I just couldn't. Um, it just particularly vexed me. And I woke up this morning and uh, Nikki said Cody lives with a horse, not near a horse. See, it's comments like that that I'm just like, this is why Nikisha should do reviews because she would be perfect. She would be perfect. DC says you gotta You got to say episode with a Y. The yesterday, like yes, that's. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that next time. But I hope he's. I haven't seen him in a while, so I hope he's doing good. One says Phoenix says the actress Michelle Stanford did a cameo video on Felix Faking. Yeah, I remember. I remember you said that. Actually, to tell you the truth, I saw it, but I didn't see. I saw the cameo video. Last days in the chat. Let's just put it this way. Um, there was some people in the comment section that had some very choice words on my review. Here's the thing. I'm gonna sit there and say this. I do not regret anything that I said yesterday. Okay. I stand 100% by what I said. 150%. Or as DC like to say, 10 toes down on what I said. Well, I mean, yeah, Shauna, the dude's a creep. So, um, it wasn't good, DC. I was hard on the episode. And it deserved every single word that I said. Darby said, "Call me stupid later when I'm wrong, but maybe we should give Sasha and Cody a chance." Wow, we got two people so far. We got two people. Two people so far that's for it. I actually have a drink of this. Yeah, right, DC. 10. Oh, because I was harsh on the episode, and let's put it this way: the episode didn't just bother me; it offended me. I'm not gonna really get too much into it because I already poured GH a new one yesterday. Oh, I even, I even Dolly's in the chat was good, Dolly. I even penned one person's comment, and granted, that wasn't even a comment. That was just like this one. The response that I had to sit there and think about 15 minutes before I responded to two of these comments. I had to dig deep in the well. I had to dig real deep in the well. That'd be interesting, Keisha, if they go that route. DC says my mom, who hasn't seen GH in years, saw the other day. Wasn't Laura in love with Luke and Kevin? she's been watching it for a while. Jeremy said, I mean, Davlin says Jocelyn going to be Link's pervert's next victim. Big Samuel's in the chat. What's good, Samuel? It's funny. I was actually thinking about you like a couple of days ago. I was like, I wonder how Samuel's doing. Let's everyone say what's up to Samuel. Jess is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Jess? Last says Cody and Sasha. No, Cody comes up a jackass to me. I think Chase and Sasha will be better together at some. Will be together at some point. Now DC says not gonna lie, but Link was looking like a snack at the nurse's ball. I'm still on Monday's episode. Looking like a snack. What does that mean? Like he's looking good or something, DC? Samuel says I was in going as Indianapolis for work, so glad to be back in Texas. Oh, Jess, it didn't play today. It didn't play today. It's gonna play tomorrow. Anything fun to do in Indianapolis? It seems like it's a nice place though. I don't know. Darby said Becky. Okay. Just said Albert, you're showing your age. What comment did I Oh. Thank you. No, just you know what it is. Here's the thing. I kind of felt like that's what it was. Yes, I kind of felt like that's what it was, but I was like, yo, that dude is literally a creep. Oh, okay, Nikisha. Okay, interesting. It's ugly and boring city. Oh wow. Dude, Samuel said that with all caps. Okay. No, my whole thing is like the dude looked like a creep. I mean, he gives creepy vibes. So Henderson Lawanda? Is that how you pronounce your name, Lawanda? Thank you. Thank you, Lawanda. Thank you, and thank you for joining tonight. Most I did not like the way Rachel was pushing Chloe's buttons to admit that you hate me as much. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a fan of that either, Mel, but my whole thing is like the truth did come out, and I'm like, Brady, that's not something you could just sit there and ignore. Oh, they haven't. I'm on StreamYard, so I can't do polls on StreamYard yet. Um, I'm trying to learn how to do it on StreamYard. Laura B is in the chat. Nikki said Link always looks like he needs to wash his hair. I was like, yo, this dude looks like a creep. Janet is in the chat. What's good, Janet? The one and only Janet. The amazing Janet, because I know there's two Janets, but she's the amazing one. Dolly saw I was surprised Chloe admitted. I kind of was too, Dolly. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of was just like, I'm sorry, what? I know she was pushing her buttons, but I still did not sit there and see that coming down. Janet, you're my favorite Janet. So I'll say that. DC says, but Link's hair look washed and combed on Mondays though. He was looking suave. I was like, oh, okay. Always gives me creep vibes. So John says Rachel is a child Chloe shouldn't have said. Yeah, I was more surprised by that. Like Samuel said, GH hasn't been keeping my attention lately. Well, I mean, Samuel, do you like the Nurses Ball? Like, do you like anything about the Nurses Balls, like the performances and stuff like that? But yeah. Now, again, I tore GH a new one yesterday. I wasn't happy with it. Cherie's in the chat. What's good, Cherie? Cherie says, enable your gifts. Grant TV's in the chat. Yeah, it was exactly, Jen. It was terrible. Haven't seen JH. I'm behind. Okay. Well, no, I'm just not just saying. Do you like that, like the singing and dancing and stuff like that? Mm, yeah, I just that's why I just kind of choked a little bit. CW says Albert Becky D. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Did you see just how my eyes just practically bulged out the on my head for a second? Becky D. Oh my God. You are amazing. Thank you, Becky D. Richard's in the chat. What's good, Richard? Thank you, Samuel. Thank you for saying that. I almost, I almost did, Becky D. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Yeah, wow. Oh my God. Thank you, last day. Thank you. I, first of all, Becky D. Oh my God. Yes, no, definitely. sit there and make a little. Let me see if I can try to multitask something here. John says it was for a good cause and everyone gets dressed to impress. Um, yeah, see, here's the thing. Now, Samuel says nurse ball is the worst part of GH. We don't need all that. I, Samuel, it's good to have you back. That's what I'm gonna sit there and say. It's really good to have you back. DC says Albert just now realized 10 minutes after everyone else that the gift of 10 minutes is I was just so surprised, like, oh my god. If you guys enable your gifts for members, it will randomly pick you in a live chat. Yeah. How do we how is that possible to that be what's up? Oh my god. CW said Trina and Josh perform. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be fast one past all their performances, but that's good to know though. Samuel, you you you've been missed. Okay, you've been missed. Cherie says click on the gift box is one way in the chat. Yeah, my guy. I yes. This we want to talk about that tonight. CW says, "Come on, y'all, enable your gifts. Bostic Enterprise is looking for new board members." Yes, we do have a lot of fun though. We do have a lot of fun in the members live streams. We really do. Cherie says it will prompt you to accept it. You click the green gift box above the chat or the money sign in your text box. Yes, definitely join. We have a lot of fun. CW says if you're able, your allow gift, it will award them those who with the highest attendance to the channel. You know what's really crazy about that? So Nathaniel got, he's a member also. But I'm pretty sure Jonathan has been coming a lot longer, and so is Samuel. I don't know how that works, but I'm just kind of surprised that none of them got the gift though. Everybody's like, are you in the chat? You mean as in me or my dad? Because we technically got the same name. Oh, it picks random. Okay. That's so weird. But thank you, Becky D. Dolly says Epiphany is no longer with us, and they wrote Sabrina out. Then Cam just left, and they hired an adult Brooklyn who can't sing. Yeah. They said, "How did you watch today's episode? Wasn't a commit." Nice to see you too, Dave. Well, apparently it's on YT, as in here, which I don't want to sit there and say what it is, but Drew says usually I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I know my dad has actually been in here a couple of times, which, by the way, he has the same name as me. But I'm not in there. Let me see. Yeah, Nikisha, he does. Here's the thing: some people can actually sing. Oh, okay, I see it now. It's so weird. So just click on. Okay, yeah, yeah. So if you just click on the dollar sign, it actually comes up. It's going to be a little highlighted thing. Blackmon is in the chat. What's good, Blackmon? I'm doing well. I was on a work call. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Right? You're a janitor. What? Joey says, then Josh used to be able to sing. They picked a bad song for her. Ariana's in the chat. What's good, Ariana? Jess said, I'm not looking forward to the singing. So, how you doing tonight, Ariana? I've been wondering, should I review these episodes moving forward? Because I'm going to be honest, I did not like Monday's episode. And I know that the episodes are just going to get worse. So I'm going to watch the episodes, but I was thinking about review, pausing reviewing until after Nurse's Ball because they're just episodes that I really cannot stand. Um, and if you watched my review, you knew that I was. Oof, so GH would have been better off masquerading. Yeah, that's what it is we're gonna do. Now let me ask this. Now Ariana said, "I get yes, Ariana. Oof, I'm so glad as well. Hell Tuesdays. That's literally what I call it at this point. Hell Tuesdays. Me too, Sheree. Trust me, me too. You said I'm mad G's didn't redo that dry ass intro for the '60s, still looking like something. Yeah, uh, I'm not a fan of it either. I'm putting out a post right now. DC. Oh wow, thank you, DC. DC said I would give another membership so Boston and the Project can have more shareholders, but I see we sort of out tech stuff. We need Wendy's. Yeah, I'm putting out a post. Thank you, DC. Oh my God, thank you. Ariana says, "Do you work with the public?" Yeah, I do, Ariana. I do. And it is you know what it is? It's just like waking up is very difficult for me to do in the mornings. So it's like I have to wake up, take a shower, always want to sit there and try to make sure I get to Starbucks before I go to work. Because if I don't have my latte, it's just not going to be a good day for anyone. Um, oh, we got a new person in here. Um, Duwan, is that how you pronounce your name? I don't know how to pronounce the name, but how are you doing tonight, though? DC says some Starbucks be adding up. You know what? Yes, it does, DC. But you know what? Those points be adding up too. So, so that does help. I mean, my whole thing is like I'm gonna go there anyway, so I'm also get the points. Uh, Duwan, okay, cool. Wow, awesome. I actually said it on the first try. By the way, Duwan, I'm really bad at names, so um, thank you for joining. DC says, but why not make coffee at home? Is that possible? Um, I guess it's kind of possible, but you know what it is? I like to get there early. So like sometimes I will get there a little early and I watch a little YNR before I start work. And it's just something about just having that latte. You know, you're actually right, Dolly. I thought about that a couple of times. My ex-girlfriend used to have that. Well, she used to have one. Yeah, Ariane, it is well, Sherry, right now I have 34. 34. Got 34 so far. So we are coming along. Oh, I like tea also. Ariana says I understand the points and experience. Yeah. It's just one of those it's you know what it is? It's like the simple things, you know? When you wake up early in the morning, it's like either have my hazelnut latte or my cinnamon dolce. He says, yeah, I know. That's why I was 31 in chat. Oh, yeah, I can actually see now because I couldn't see before. DC says, I drink hazel coffee every day. However, store bought coffee does hit different. I can't lie. Well, I can always sit there and revise it if anything. Here's yes. All right. I'm pretty sure I probably did it a little bit wrong, but I think the idea is there. It says I recently got a cougar with tons of flavor, coffee, and different creamers. It's super satisfying. I'm actually thinking about doing that though, Dolly. You know what I want to get though first before I get that? A crock pot. I think that's what it's called. I think it's called a crock pot. I want to get that. Ariana says, and my colleges don't even speak to me before the coffee. Yeah, it's just that it's just that little thing, you know? It's just something about that I just really, really love. Um, Ron says, Albert, you need to do some research to see if George didn't get a new screen to access your live. Here's the thing about that. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Here's the thing about that, Ryan. In some ways, I think that he does have a new screen. I think he does have a new profile. But since he hasn't went over the top yet, I haven't had a reason to kick him out. Yeah, Ari, I've been thinking about doing that for a while. Nikisha said, Albert, you watched This Is Us and you still want it. Oh, that's how that happened, Nikisha? I know it was a fire. I just didn't know how it happened. Are you serious? She says kicking who out and why. I missed it. There was this person that was just arguing with people in the chat. It wasn't anything that was too offensive, but he was arguing to the point where I felt like it brought down the vibe. He was talking about Trina a lot, which, okay, if you don't like Trina, fine. But I felt like this person kept, Jesus, I felt like this person kept literally pushing people's buttons. And it got to a point where he practically admitted that he was being a troll. And so at that point, I was like, yeah, no, you got to go. I was like, you got to go. Um, this person seems like they're back. They're just not as, you know, argumentative with other people. So, everyone says so easy, just throw the stuff in, turn it down, and then it's ready when you get home. Nikki said, yeah, the crock pot was old and started the fire, but it was Kate's fault. Jack died. She just had to have. Yeah, I do remember that, Nikisha, and that's why she didn't want a dog in the first place. Yeah. I wonder what. I mean, didn't they not actually have? It's funny because I still have to watch the last season of This Is Us, but didn't they not actually have an alarm, like a fire alarm or anything like that? DC says when they start making new screen names, it's given Cesar Faison, but maybe he learned and changed his ways. He said, I don't know how someone has enough time to troll. You know, the sad thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was nowhere near. That's the person I left. I'll just say, yeah. Um, I wasn't a troll in that way. I was a troll. Like I was. No, screw being a troll. I was just an asshole. I was just an asshole. And see, that's something that I didn't want to sit there and say when people would sit there, the battery and the smoke. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nikisha. Samuel says Phyllis doesn't think when she is in a rage. That's always been her problem since her incident to YNR. She hates Diane so much, but does the same things Diane did. Yeah. Shauna says, why is Vicky giving up so easy? Why is Vicky giving up so easy? That's a good point. Honestly, tell you the truth, it's a failing company. Why wouldn't she just not be like, what, screw it? DC Susabe was a troll in the past lasers giving. Yeah, I was argumentative. Samuel says I tried with This Is Us, and I was like, I have my soap operas for this. I don't need to watch this. I get it, it's not for everyone. Duwan says, I swear Justin never aged from Smallville to YNR to This Is Us. That is very true. Double C is in the chat. What's good, Double C? Well, here's the thing. And this is what I kept trying to get out. So when I did my review yesterday, there was some people that said that I was being very pissy. And I'm like, yeah, see, that was me being a dick. But there's being a dick and then there's being an asshole. I used to be an asshole. I didn't like that version of me. So by, just me saying that, it's just like that was me being nice, you know? Like believe it or not, even though I was really harsh in that review yesterday, that was me being nice. But yeah, I was very argumentative. Like I was just rude, nasty. I was, oh my god. They're wondering like how the hell did anyone actually date me back then? Jesus Christ, I was. Mm. Kyrese is in the chat. What's good, Kyrese? How are you doing tonight, Kyrese? Samuel says, always love me some Diane Jenkins. Diane keeps the town on their toes. The only thing that would have been better if Diane and Jugelas work together, bring down their enemies. He said, were you happy? I mean, I feel like mean people are genuinely miserable. Yeah, it wasn't. Janice says, love the membership live streams. Yes, we have a lot of fun. We do have a lot of fun. Krista said, I can't stay, but want to chat. What's good, Krista? Thank you for stopping through. Yeah, you know, in some ways, I probably eternally was not happy. Or was it? Yeah, I don't think it really was. Yeah, that was nasty. So that's why when he was just going back and forth, I was like, you know what? Personal things that I'm just not really ready or are comfortable to get into, but I just wasn't happy in some aspects. Ariana says membership lodge is great. It's like a big family dinner sit down. Yes, we have a lot of fun. We talk about different things. Yeah, we talk about the soaps, but we talk about other things as well. You know, it's good. Thank you, Blackmon. Yes, hit the like button. I have no idea what the likes are because I'm on StreamYard and apparently I can't look at my likes. But hit the like button. It really does help. We do get new people in all the time. Nikki said, if you were if you weren't unhappy, then why were you mean rude to people? Just trying to understand. Harry says, I don't like Tucker kissing Victoria's ass, and yeah, I'm so not used to the speed. Krista says, SBSA, sure you are harsh, but that's your opinion, which is what this channel is about. We don't have to agree. I'd rather you give an honest opinion than whitewash it. Thank you. Thank you, Krista. Thank you. Yeah, wow. I'm always still amazed by that. Now, Double C said, dang, what did I miss yesterday? Oh, Double C, if you watched my General Hospital review yesterday, I was, yeah, 14 likes. Okay. All right. 14 likes, 33 people in the chat. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help. We get new people all the time. But yeah, Double C, just put it this way. I was harsh on the episode. And some people in the comment section, um, two people that I'm not going to say their names, well, they weren't happy with my analysis. Yeah, Aries, it was. And thank you. Valerie's in the chat. Was good, Valerie? It wasn't good. And here's the thing that bothered me even worse. It's like even when you're watching like the award show, I don't want to see the pre-show. I just want to watch the award show. They didn't even give us that to fall back on. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I just yeah. Last day it was bad. It was bad. And I'm having people sit there and tell me I'm having people sit there and tell me the way I'm supposed to do my review, and I should sit there and do this, and I should sit there and look at it like that, and I'm just like, it is 5:30 in the morning when I'm reading this, and I didn't actually have my damn latte yet. It took me about 15 to 20 minutes to sit there and try to type up a nice response. Because I know one of them, their heart was in the right place. And if I was the asshole version, the version that I didn't really like about myself, um, yeah, I would have handled it a lot differently. Oh, Dolly, you know what? While you're at it, why don't you check the comment section? Because that's where all the real fun actually happens. But that's the other half of that's the bonus. That's the bonus content. Ariana says, Albert, do we? Uh, no, Ariana says, Albert, do you? We are down for the ride. Thank you, thank you. I just, my whole thing is like, I didn't like it. But my question, because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, maybe I should just not do General Hospital reviews until the nurses ball ends. Because truth of the matter is, I wouldn't change anything about what I said yesterday. Have a good night, Krista. Thank you for joining us. I wouldn't change anything about what I said. Thank you, Double Same. But if I know I'm going to be super negative, then it's like, should I really do a review on it? You know? Crystal, why are you wasting your time watching a show you clearly don't like? Never had a good word about GH. I never had a good word about GH? Seriously? I'm not trying to be a dick or anything like that, but I mean, I praise the show when it's actually good. Um, I, I never had a good word about what? I'm seriously, I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that, but Black Man says, "Oh, Albert, I know you wanted to snap, but I'm glad you composed yourself. I would have." Yeah, I'm just like Tracy Steve is in the chat. What's good, Tracy Steve? Riley says that's not true. That's 100% not true. Coming from somebody who's been watching General Hospital since the year 2000, yeah, that could not be further from the truth. It's really not that. Thank you, Jess. It's not that serious. Ariana says you shouldn't apologize or change how you felt. No one is spared the. See, this is why I love what I do. This is why I love what I do. Damn right. No one is spared the ride. I never had a nice. Thank you, Janet. Thank you. Jess says I hate the show at times. Yeah. Valerie says we all love hate GH for years. Yeah. I never had a nice thing to say. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay. So while I try to rebound myself from that comment, Valerie said you're empty. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. I did empty it. Yep. Shauna says, "Well, but everyone has their preferences. It represents about Robins wanting to bring awareness to AIDS and HIV. It's a TV show, and their character. I love it, but everyone doesn't. Yeah. Black Mom says, "Oh, you got this. You're strong." I'm just I'm sorry. I'm just see. I haven't watched GH for maybe 7 years. I'm just. But Dolly, you got a new picture. Darby, yeah, no, I agree with that. Chloe and Xander. Yeah, I was gonna sit there and title. I was gonna sit there and title that in the chat. Well, I was gonna title that tonight, but I was like, you know what? Let me do Cody and do it. Save it for another day. Um, Chloe says, I think most of the soap critics lately comes from the fact that we know good the show can be. Yeah, that's. I never had a good thing to say. I want to sit there and reiterate that sentence one more time. I never had a good thing to say about General Hospital, so why should I watch it? You know, one glass of wine doesn't usually do me in as far as being drunk, but I did. We all just read that, right? Like, it's not just me, right? Ariana says, I remember the first time I heard you, I was driving to the cars and you just popped up on YouTube 100% from the beginning. And it was, oh, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for sticking around. I'm, I'm honored. Johnny says, nobody thinking about Kate. Davlin says, is Morgan coming back? Hmm, I wish he would in some ways. I know the joke is, son, you got too much kids, but oh, wait. Oh, I'm still good. Nikisha said what happened. I had to step away. Well, Nikisha, apparently, I've never had anything good to say about General Hospital. So why am I even watching the show? According to what one person said. Yeah, exactly. I don't like GH. I mean, I've only been watching the show for like 20 something years, but I mean, man, do I love to sit there and watch a show that I hate? Hmm. Simon says Sunny kids are all a dude or a dud. Valerie said you're giving this person way too much. That's very true. That is very true. That is very true. I am. You know what it is? It's just one of those things. It's like I just had to sit down and laugh. Like, but you know something though. You know something. Let's just check to some extent. Because here's the thing. In some ways, I used to be like that. Okay, I used to be like that. I used to be the type of person that would watch somebody's review. Okay, when I sit there and say I was an asshole, I'm not joking about that. Tracy says I can't. Why do I watch a show I love to hate? I used to be that person. Yeah, no, it's cool, Nikisha. It was one of those things where it's like, here's the thing. I don't even take that comment personally because I used to be that person. Except I was, well, to be honest, I was actually a lot worse. And I get it. Nikisha, do you think this is karma then? Jonathan is in the chat. You know, it's funny. We are just talking about you. Um, oh yeah, no, Darby, I'm not. But and no, I don't think to some extent it's karma, Nikisha. But you know what it really is, though. It's what it is when you are a reviewer or you're a critic. I used to be that person. Okay, if you didn't like it the way I liked it, oh well, then there was something wrong with you, and I couldn't stand you. And I was ready to sit there and call you every word in the book. That ass serious. So when I sit there and say there was parts of myself that I didn't like back then, oof, maybe that's just putting it mildly. But I get it. You know, there was this one girl. there's one woman I sit there and say, and she was really honest about her reviews on these movies and stuff. And I guess for me, it felt like she was always being negative all the time. I was like, oh, I like this movie. Oh no, Ron, it's not even that it's not even that serious, Ron. I was just sitting there saying like I used to be that person. Sharonda's in the chat. What's good, Sharonda? I hope I actually said your name right. Simon says we can hate a show in its current state while loving the history of the show. It's a longing we all have, hoping for the show to reach its peak again. There's a love hate relationship to soaps. There is. But no, Ron, it's not even hate. It's in this weird way. It's like Shauna says we can agree to disagree because you are not gonna always be down for each other. Yeah. Um. It's not even that. It's more funny because it's like I'm sitting there looking at it and I'm like, yeah, that was kind of me, except for worse. Just said I started watching GH after some time. So I don't know. I found it funny. Um, but it's just one of those things. It's funny too because Nikisha was like, "Is that karma?" And I'm like, maybe it's a little bit of karma, but I think it's mostly the simple fact is like there are people that if you don't like it, if you don't like it the way they like it, there's a word for that, and I can't remember what it is. Darby says, now Johnson says, "What did you think of Alex and Xander?" I liked it. I liked it, Jonathan. But actually, I liked even more Xander and Chloe. I like that even more. Darby says, Albert, do you know how to kill a hater? Ignore them. Yeah. I mean, honestly, tell you, it's not even a hater. That's the thing. It's not even a hater. I can't even sit there and say it's a hater because I've had those, and that's not one of them. Aaron says I used to have to give reviews, and some could see it, and some could move along. Yeah. Um. Yeah. And I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. You know, you don't like something that they like, and you criticize it, and they really love it. They're gonna look at you like, "What the hell is wrong with you? Why would you sit there and be so harsh for it? What's wrong with you? You're sitting up there being all pissy and this, that, and the third, and nah. I get it, you know. So anyway, because in some ways I'm actually giving this person um, way too much energy. So, now, Samuel says if it's after seriously. Ron, I here's the thing. I kind of think that this person's in the chat, but I'm not too sure. Well, they're not in it now, but now Samuel says if as the world turned and got light, we're still on GH, or days wouldn't even get the time of day. Oh, Ron, this person hasn't actually. Krista says, when and what have you said good about the show? Because I have never heard it. Okay. I mean, if you sit there and watch my reviews, I'm gonna sit there. You know what? In all reality, I'm partly because of the wine, and also because I'm not gonna sit there and go back to every single thing that I've said that has been good about the show and that has been bad about the show. But my point is, I give credit where credit's due. When I like something, I'll talk about it. When I don't like something, I won't talk about it. Well, that's not true. I will talk about it and criticize it. because it's what I do. But I've been watching the show for 20 years. So I wouldn't sit there and watch a show for 20 something years that I hate, if that makes sense. Um, yeah, I'm looking at this whole Xander and Chloe thing, and I'm like, this could be interesting. Like I've never been a person that been coupling and stuff like that, but maybe because they seem like they're so polar opposites that I feel like there's some good scenes in there. And unlike Sarah, who wanted him to change, I don't know where Chloe stands. Like, well, in all retrospect, Gwen is still the much better choice for Xander. Samuel says, I just want Stark to do something actually villain that he talked. Samuel, I've been saying that for a hot minute. I really have. I've been saying that for a hot minute. As far as the big bad Jeremy Starks, it's like, what has he actually done that has been so? Oh, I'm so scared of him. Like, Sharonda says, Albert, do you? Because there's no satisfying people looking at the negative all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you're right. I mean, thank you. You're right. Ron says, Albert, so why go all this length to use a different screen? Um, because they still want to be part of. They still want to be part of the group. They still want to sit there and be part of the conversation. You know. Um, and honestly, tell you the truth, he doesn't. Here's the thing. Now, Ariana says Chloe's still crazy. No, but Ariana, we're talking about Chloe from Days of Our Lives. So I don't if that's what you're talking about. Because I know there's multiple different Chloes. Blackmon says we like this version of Albert, and I can only imagine when you really get mad, but definitely do you because you are great. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you. Uh, you know, I'm not even mad. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not mad, but I'm kind of sad that this wine is almost done. So, Ariana says there was one on Y&R. Yeah, but I came in late to the game, so right now that Chloe isn't crazy. Before then, I have no idea. She might have been crazy though. Oh, okay, Sam. Yeah, that's what I was sitting there thinking. Justin says, "Do you think Brady will be so outraged of Xander comforting Chloe that he will give in to Kristen?" I, you know what? Honestly, tell you the truth, Jonathan, I don't. That'd be madness if he does though, because she was holding that cure over Marlena's head. You know, she was doing that. Aaron says, "I'm rolling, Albert. You sad that the wine's almost done." Yeah, that's what I'm sad about. Oh, really? That's. I'm not even joking about that. I'm generally kind of sad about that. Um, I love what I do. I do. I gen. I genuinely love what I do. You know, even reading the comments at 5:30 in the morning and being like, and then name one thing that you actually liked about. You know what? I feel like I'm a little bit too buzzed to sit there and try to reiterate what that person just said, but Oh god. Oh Ron. Ron. What am I gonna do with you, Ron? What am I going to do with you? I think at this point, you know why I'm laughing, right, Ron? I think everyone in this damn chat knows why I'm laughing. Samuel says, why not got rid of all the wrong people and saying and May, Lena Love, Danny, Gia, and other proof that they lost nostalgia to the show. You know, Samuel, I didn't even know who half of those people were. They didn't come in with any backstory. Eagle Fang is in the chat. Was it Eagle Fang? Shannon says, look on Rachel's face. Like, yeah, got you. Yeah, Shauna. I mean, she is the daughter of Kristen DeMera. That is the one thing I will sit there and take away from that scene. Okay, let's think about this. She tricked Brady into admitting this little girl is like what 8 years old. Yeah, area 41 people in the chat. I wonder how many likes. What's good, Eagle Fang? She tricked a grown ass man into revealing that it was him that made Kristen write the letter about Chloe. She tricked Chloe into revealing her true feelings about how she feels about Rachel. I mean, if she's not the daughter of Kristen DeMera, I don't know who is. Exactly, Jonathan. Exactly. Yeah, we got 41 people in the chat. We got 21 likes. If you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. Becky saying tap on the dollar sign. Yes. Okay. You know, this is actually something I got to sit there and say. Thank you, Becky D. Oh my God, you are a rock star. Um, let's see. Does it even actually say? Hey, if you hit the dollar sign, you can join the membership YouTube program for a month. We have a lot of fun in our exclusive memberships. We have a we have great conversations. Ask any person that is a member. We have a lot of fun. And Becky D just gifted 10 memberships. And I almost choked when I read that. um, Eagle Fang says it won't let me. What the hell? So weird. It's weird. So, Eagle Fang, did you hit the dollar sign on the right hand side? Shauna says that little girl something else. She needs an award. Yeah. Hopefully they give her one. Eagle Fangs maybe through my phone. Yeah, I mean if hey Sammy, this is why I love having you in the chat. Um and they're not dragging it out. Okay, good, Rob. That's what's up. I haven't been on this channel in a while. Eagle Fang says I'm on my desktop. That's weird though, because even if I'm on my desktop, it should say now Ariane says join the membership only we talk about whatever we want and have yes, we do. We talk about whatever we want. We have a lot of fun. Um we have some really good conversations. Really, really do. You know, I will say this much though, because I think somebody gifted membership last time, and it did actually go out to random people. Like people did actually get it. Because when I looked, I actually saw Nathaniel. He has one. So even if no one gets it tonight, like in this live stream, but Eagle Fang, try your if you're on your phone or if you have your phone, try to go on your phone. But I know that they will actually be given out to some good. Jeez, I didn't actually put in hot sauce yet. Yeah, I just is it working, Eagle fan? Oh, that's always a bad idea. Hmm. Tina says the brainwashing stuff one day just getting old, stale, and dry. I'm tired of all these loop de dope crap. I like Ron as the writer, but he needs to chill with all this science fiction. Anyway, didn't at one point they actually had aliens on the show? I heard. Let me know in the chat if anyone knows. At one point in time, Days actually had aliens on the show, right? I know he did the supernatural stuff with the devil and stuff like that, but somebody said that they actually did have aliens on the show. Sean says, "Is Brady so obsessed with Chloe he's gonna ignore?" Yeah, I that's exactly, Shauna. You know, Chloe was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it," and she was like, and he was like, "No, it's okay, it's fine," and he just walked off. I was like, that's not something you could just walk off. Your girlfriend just said that she hates your daughter. That's not something you could just. Simon says, "Yeah, Days had it." That's all. Yes, standing over Marlena. Oh, I gotta watch that. I gotta. Okay, Becky D. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch that. That actually sounds kind of fun. I mean, in a very creepy way. Yeah, Black. That's almost like right there, aliens. Now Johnson says Rex and Cassie Brady were believed to be aliens when they appeared, but it's revealed that that wasn't the case. Last day, yeah, yeah. Apparently, Days of Our Lives actually had aliens in there. That's Becky D. I gotta sit there and say thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Like I like. Is it letting you? Summer says Days needs to be grounded sometimes. I don't even know what to say to that. I'm still just like, they had aliens on the show. That's so. I'm going to ask some random questions since I can't actually do polls right now. And I asked this question before, but is anyone actually watching Riverdale? And that was kind of a stupid question, but I really want to ask if anyone is anyone actually watching Riverdale right now? And if so, what are your thoughts? Oh, not yet, Eagle Fang. Carrie says Summer, little crocodile tail. She treats Phyllis like crap on the regular. Yeah, but let's be honest. If you knew Phyllis, she would drive your last nerves as well. Sammy says, "What's Riverdale?" That's my way of saying hell. Yeah, no, trust me, it's not for everyone. That's why I was not there just like asking. Johnson says, "I miss the serpent stories on Riverdale." Yeah, it's here's the thing. It's definitely one of those. It's an out there kind of show. But I love it. I love it. I've been watching it for years, and I'm not really too. I miss the Serpent Gang. Oh, the Serpentine Gang. Yeah, it's definitely out there. And again, Phyllis says crap on the regular, but Summer can miss me. Yeah, Kyrus, I wasn't. Honestly, my whole thing, the whole tears and everyone being sad, it just doesn't work for me because I know Phyllis isn't dead. Yeah, Jonathan. I'm not gonna lie. Some of that stuff, it's so silly and over the top, and most of the time it does work. But sometimes they have because they can't say like drugs, so they'll sit there and say stuff like jingle jangle or the ghoulies, and I'm just like, how do you expect people to take that seriously outside of the people that don't watch Riverdale? It's and yet I've been watching the show ever since. Um, China says Jack really you treated Phyllis like something on the bottom of his shoe. Have you met Phyllis? Have you sat there and listened to her? Because she can drive any person nuts. Literally, she can literally drive any person nuts. Jimmy says, no matter how annoyed your mom is, you're going to break down the shit your mom. That's true. Johnson, I'm not gonna lie. When you said One Tree Hill, the nostalgia just hit me. You know, the nostalgia just hit me, and it's funny because I called on that show later on. I will call him back in a little bit. Um, Jen says Carter will be alone again. Becky G says, oh, they've been pushing storylines that rival those magazines we used to see at the grocery stores. Yeah. Yeah, Jen, I'm not gonna. I think I also didn't review GH today because B&B because it literally nothing happened in the episode. But yeah, I don't understand the whole Kate kissing Bill thing. Oh wow, Eagle Fang. Eagle Fang's a member. One down, nine to go. But people thinking she's dead is not what they're wishing for her. They just want Phyllis to be more aware of how she can be towards others. Yeah, yeah, no, I agree with that, Samuel. I agree with that. Not even been watching the show that long, and I agree with that. Tamara's in the chat. What's good, Tamara? CW says we got a new member of the Dragon Ball Club. Yes. Janet says slapping and kissing Bill. Yeah, I'm Janet. But then there was also the saxophone music. Remember the sexy saxophone music that they play? Because that was hilarious too. Katie says, Kyrie says Katie enjoys being second place, I guess. Yeah, Jen, I did not forget about that. Blackman says, who will they get to be Ricardo? Will it be Paris Mob? Oh God. Exactly, Jonathan. We got another person. We got another person in the group. Yeah, definitely growing. Samuel says, I don't even think Diane hates Phyllis as much as Phyllis hates Diane, but Phyllis can't get out of her own way. But Phyllis can't get out of her own way, yeah. Ron says, and why is everyone celebrating? They think Sheila is out of their lives. Little do they know. Ron, here's the thing. I don't know if contracts are as good as they used to be. I know that contracts were supposed to guarantee an actor's place on the show. But I've seen multiple times, I've heard from multiple people that just because you're on contract doesn't mean that you're safe. So unless this, okay, Ron, unless Sheila plans on digging out of prison with a spoon, um, I just don't know how she actually plans on getting out of this one. Nobody says who else wanted Bill to dump Katie in the worst way. Wanted Bill to dump Katie in the worst way. Harry says Diane, Liz, and Phyllis have rent free. Nikki and Ashlyn hate Diane too, but they aren't obsessed. Yeah, Carrie, especially when it was not there, especially when Phyllis wanted to bring Jeremy Starks into town. Sammy says Sheila's going to Genoa City. That would that would be great. Johnson says the writers could write your character off even if you're on contract. Exactly. Which honestly tells you, I didn't even think that was possible. Becky D says, with a spoon, you made me chew call. I'm just saying, because I know, here's the thing, I know Ron Smith, they're talking about the fact that she's on contract, but I didn't know until a couple of days ago that just because you're on contract doesn't mean that it's, pretty much all good in the hood, you know? It doesn't. So, right. Very honest, I don't understand how anyone is attracted to Bill on B&B. I honestly told you, I didn't even actually have a. Now, Becky D said apparently even contracts don't mean what they used to. Exactly. Becky D, exactly. Now, Sammy says writers should not be on contract. We would probably get writers should not be on contract. We'd probably get better stories out of them because they're trying to keep their jobs. Samuel, it's actually kind of funny. No, but it's funny, Samuel. I was at work and I was thinking about that. I was legit thinking about that. Like on some realness, I was actually thinking about that because I was like, Cat Lady just became a member again. But yeah, no, I thought about that thing. I was like, you know what? They're not what they used to be. Um, and yeah, if writers were on contract and stuff like that, and they make them actually, you know, push a little harder for these stories because they're on the chopping block just like everyone else. Sam actually has a good point, and it's funny. I was actually thinking about that before, but because I'm sitting there thinking about like a ton of different things, you know. Cat Lady is in the chat. So here's the thing. One of my friends did call me about this weekend, and I'm sitting there thinking about how they're doing two things. Either stepping to the side for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes just to call them back, or in the live stream and then maybe come back on. So let me know in the chat what would be the best option. Just because, Easter coming up and stuff like that. And I want to know everyone's thoughts because I'm still actually having a lot of fun doing this live stream, and I don't want it to end, but I do want to sit there and see what my friend is calling me about. So yeah, let me know in the chat real quick. But no, it's Samuel brings up a really good point. Big Nate in the chat. Harry says, call them back for 180 seconds. Blackman says, step away for 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah, I'm probably going to wind up doing that. I feel like there's some more stuff I want to sit there and talk about. Let's make the call. All right, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Blackman says, I'm assuming Rich. Kelly says, just Albert making a call. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to finalize some plans for Easter. So, but thank you everyone for just chilling and waiting and stuff like that. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Um, but yeah, I want to sit there and finalize some plans for this weekend, for Easter Sunday. and Saturday. Thank you, Jonathan. And thank you, everyone, for chilling. Yeah, thank you, Blackmon. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, everyone. Ariana says, I think he wants Gladys to complain. Yeah, I think that's the preview I saw also. Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you. I didn't know it was actually playing here, though. I mean, like, YT. Thank you, Ariana. Thank you. Yeah, Jess, already. Thank you, Becky Ding. Um, yeah, it came fast. It came fast. It came fast. I missed the call, and I called him back, and he figured that when I didn't answer the phone that I was live streaming because I pretty much tell him I live stream every night. And in New York, it is getting summer, well, spring already. Johnson says the preemptive of GH means nurses ball will go on an extra day. Yep. Harry says I actually have tomorrow episode of BNB. I want to see how the conversation between Reg and Thomas goes. Yeah, that should be interesting. John says, why not be a man and tell Sasha he's shading? Eagle Fang says Cheese needs to stop with writing Lucy like a lunatic. Blackman says, are you doing the show this weekend? Um, Probably not this weekend. Probably not this weekend. If I go out this Saturday, I probably won't be able to because I'll be in the city. So, but I was gonna sit there and let people know though, like way before that, because I know there's some sort of fight that's going on this weekend, and we'll probably want to go into some sort of sports bar. So, it's funny. I was actually supposed to sit there and do a collab with somebody this weekend, but then I remembered it was also Easter weekend. So we're gonna push it back. But we're gonna do it soon. I'm not gonna sit there and say who it is, but me and this other person are gonna be doing a collab down. So, but thank you for asking, Black Mind. Thank you for just being patient. But I love doing my for the members and stuff like that. I love having the member live streams and stuff. So yeah, thank you, Black Mind. Justin said you should have another heist story. They should have something. Now, Eagle Fang says Maxie got away from lunatic Peter, and now she got to deal with lunatic. But here's the thing, Eagle Fang, and I said this before. Lucy, okay, so Lucy is, lack of a better word, an airhead, but she's not that stupid. The writers, here's the thing, Eagle Fang, and everyone, the writers are making Lucy particularly stupid to drive the story moving forward. You know, oh, Victor found what the hideout is because of Lucy. So it's like they got to sit there and try to find a way to get the plot moving a lot faster. And this is the way that they're going to choose to go about it. Kyrie says, typo meant to say I'm actually going to watch tomorrow's episode. I had a feeling. I didn't. Or is it just joint custody, Douglas living at the cabin full time? Yeah, Kyrie, I know how. Kyrie, I know how you feel about that cabin. I know how you feel about that cabin. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing. I know I'm gonna watch the Nurses Ball. I just don't know if I'm gonna do a review on it. Here's the thing: I don't want to sugarcoat things. You know, I was waiting for that, Kyrie's. Ariana says, "Can anyone?" Ariana says, "Can anyone?" Is Esme and Austin together? Esme and Austin, like you mean like as in a couple? Esme and Esme and Austin. Kelly says, "I'm not doing reviews either. I'll wait." So, Catley, I'm gonna take it that you're not exactly a fan of the nurses ball stuff. Valerie says, no, and Eagle Fang says no. I don't know, Kyrie. You know what it is? Maybe I just look at it a little bit differently, and I'm just like, I just maybe if you have like kids and stuff like that, and that you, yeah, that's what I was sitting there saying, Jonathan. I was like, I had to read that twice. Like, what? But yeah, maybe if we do have kids and stuff like that, I can see how Apadoc is in the chat. What's good, Apadoc? I can see how that's an appropriate answer, cat lady. Um, but I can see how that cabinet can be kind of small and cramped if you have if we have four people living in. Um, I guess for me, I just always look at it as like very nice and cozy, and it's like when it's raining, you could just like read like a good book and just fall asleep in the rain and stuff. But I don't know. Cat lady, did you see my review on GH on Monday? Ariana says, yeah, they are birds of a feather. John says, I only watch Nurses Ball for the side stories. Yeah. And that's the thing, Jonathan. That's what I'm hoping I'm going to sit there and want to get it. Because I'm looking at it this way. I'm like, listen, if they give me a bunch of side story stuff, um, if they give me some really good side story stuff, then I can sit there and review it. But if it's just going to be singing and dancing and tap dancing or whatever the hell it is that they do, I'm good. I probably want to do an episode of a review. 'Cause, you know, Papa Doc says I would like to perform in the Nurses Ball someday. Cat Lady says I just came from that hour and saw the comments. Oh, my favorite, Moscato. This is Moscato, right? Oh yeah, so Cat Lady. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cat Lady. Yeah, I read that as oh that was a joke. Okay, I read that as well. I read that at what 5:30 in the morning. That was a lovely little surprise that I woke up to Cat Lady. I really wish I had more wine. Carrie says, please, that dark jewelry. It looks like a ball of. uh, wow. You know what? Kyrie's is on. Kyrie's is honest. Cat Lady says, not be coffee. Cat Lady, I'm going to tell you like this. When I saw those two comments, it took me 20 minutes to sit there and find the appropriate words to use to respond to those comments. But you know what? enough about me. Cat lady, how is your reviews going now? How's your channel going? You still having fun doing it? Like what's going on with your channel? Justice is I'm over 2 weeks. RJ will be back on B&B. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, cat lady, it was a lot of PR work that I had to then do at 5:30 in the morning while I'm my damn latte. But again, cat lady, how's your channel going now? I want to know. Spiderquake is in the chat. Spiderquake says GH was in a new. You mean interrupted? Okay. Yeah. Have you been Spiderquake? Cat lady says yes. I'm just waiting for this ball to be done with, then I'll go back. Okay. I'm looking forward to it, cat lady. I'm looking forward to it. But I don't know. Cat lady. I'm just glad that I'm just hoping that you're still having fun. Um, I am. I don't want to sit there. I don't like sitting there saying proud because I feel like that's kind of a pompous thing to say. But I'm really happy for you. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Kyrese. I'm happy for Jakaris. Jakaris be so busy that Jakaris just comes and like, hey, it's Jakaris. And then we'll see him for a little bit. Then he's back to his review. So Johnson says I read Eric will start to doubt Sloan. Oh yeah, Jonathan. I saw it today. This chick had the scissors and the magazine. He looked at it, he was like, but you know what? Here's the thing though, Jonathan. I'm wondering who is it? Because we know it's not Sloan. So I'm wondering who is it? Of course, Cat Lady, of course. I am, you know, I wish I had more wine. I really wish I had more wine. Sometimes when I'm laying in bed, and this is a clean story. This isn't, um, I'm always like what sometimes helps me sleep a lot faster is just thinking just how much fun this is, and seeing people, seeing Cat Lady. I'm glad to hear that, Spike Quick. It's always good to have you in the chat. Justice, I think it might be a family member of TR. It's funny, Jonathan, because if that's right, I'm gonna be like, yo, listen, you called it. But Carrie says, ain't nobody scared of half visible Jay. But what helps me go to sleep sometimes though? Like doing this. Like this is my happy place. You know? And like I said, seeing Cat Lady and Kyrie's and Jakara's doing reviews and stuff like that, I'm in awe, you know? And it's just so much of a amazing feeling. So when I sit there and say I love what I do, I do not sugarcoat that. CW says I have a feeling that Victor is going to try and kidnap Liesel again. What's the point if he can't salute the CWS, I feel like was you in James live stream on Sunday? Because I know him and Matt and Frank was they talking about that. Daisy Flowers in the chat. What's good, Daisy Flowers? Dave said, was there another actor playing Victor a long time ago? Yes. He's actually on Days of Our Lives now. I don't know the actor's name, but he plays Tony on Days of Our Lives. Daisy Flowers says, I'm not a fan of Nurse Ball, but the clips of Josh and Trina performing wasn't bad. Daisy Flowers, there's mixed views on that. There's mixed views on that, but maybe the guy who plays Elijah on GH could be cast on TR's brother. Kelly says Victor's about to take the baby. Well, that'd be interesting though, because that's the thing. We know Days of Our Lives. We know that it's not Slum. And let's be honest, it's not like Paulina does not probably have a list of enemies that don't like her. People that she probably, in her, her coming up or whatever, did stuff that was shady and stuff like that. Because you gotta remember when she came to town, she practically wants to sit there and drive a lot of businesses away to create Price Town. So who knows what kind of enemies does she actually have moving forward? I'm just wondering if I should actually even do a Days of Our Lives review. I know the numbers has been so low. I'll sit there and say, I feel like I want to do one now. I feel like I want to do one. I got the time tomorrow, as long as nothing happens. I feel like I should be able to do a couple reviews. Um, yeah, John, that's what I was like. I haven't done a Data Ball Lives review in a hot minute, and GH is just GH is just ass at this point. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. It's been a hot minute. Um, yeah, now Kyrie says I like to see you do a Young and the Restless review. Kyrie, that's actually one of the reviews I actually want to do. Was a Young and the Restless review. Because it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I did a YNR review. It's been a minute, and I miss it. So, and I'm like, you know what? Right now, because again, GH is just it's ass. I'm like, I'm also sit there and pick up some other reviews, do some other reviews and stuff like that. Johnny says why Eric is looking at Nicole sideways. Johnny, because he saw those scissors. He saw a magazine and scissors there. So yeah. But the sad thing is that he's going to be wrong. And I feel like Sloan is once again going to get somewhat crapped on. I mean, who was she with first before Eric? Oh yeah, she was with Alex and Alex screwed her over. And then she was with Eric and then well Eric screwed her over once, so he's gonna screw her over again. And Daisy Flower, if you can't take GH, you will not be able to take YNR. Oh no, Daisy Flower, trust me, I can take YNR. Yeah. Daisy Flower, I can take YNR. GH, here's the thing, Daisy Flower, I don't like the nurse's ball. I don't like the nurse's balls. Um, I had to sit there and think about what I just said. But I don't like the nurses' events. Um, I find them to be just a huge waste of time. Um, and it doesn't do anything for me. I'm not a fan of this whole nurses. I'm not a fan of this whole dying, this whole Phyllis is dead thing. But I can be a lot more positive about it to some extent than I could about GH. So yeah. Oh, Jess, I'm so glad you caught that. I was trying to be sneaky about that. I really was. Janice says Phyllis back on screen soon. Yeah. Well, no, Jess. I trust me. I'm pretty sure I got you beat on that because I thought of it first, and I was like, then I tried to slowly walk that back, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody in the chat actually caught that. Um, and just trust me, I'm a pervert. So you being immature is you ain't got nothing on me. Let's just put it that way. Jenna will be back tomorrow. Oh, I thought you said Janet will be back tomorrow. Aaron says I don't care for nurses ball either. Yeah, I put the S. Gemini was good, Gemini. Shauna says Summer played her part. I mean, if you have a mother like Phyllis, I mean, how much could you take though? You know, how much could you take? Yeah, Gemini. I'm not a fan of the nurses ball because it's like Samuel said. I think Samuel probably left in the chat, but it's like Samuel said. It just doesn't work for me. I know a lot of, and here's the thing. I know a lot of people like the nurses ball. That's fine. You know, that's fine. I'm not knocking the people that like it. I just don't like it. You know, I don't know. Now Gemini says this summer overacts. Oh, yeah, sure. I guess I'll drink water. That's just as fun. I think that's kind of the benefit. Sean says, Albert, you get one mother, for better or worse. No, I mean, I get, trust me, Shauna, I get that. And I don't, here's the thing, I don't think that Summer and, Kyrie says, I can't stand both versions. Here's the thing, I don't think that Summer and Daniel was too hard on Phyllis. You know, I really don't. They fired her because she was, well, she gave them reasons for her to be fired, you know? And it's like you can only sit there and talk to somebody so much before it's like, you know what, listen, I may love you, but I gotta love you at a distance. And I think that's just what it comes down to with Phyllis. Phyllis is the type of person, yeah, you can love Phyllis, but you gotta love them at a distance. And I think for family members that people may have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Gemini says Abby and Devon serve each other because they are serial cheaters. Yeah, Gemini, I saw a lot of people disliking them. Ariana says something always jumps off at the nurse's ball. That's all I'm interested in. Yeah, Ariana. Listen, when something good happens on the nurse's ball, that's not whatever the hell it is I saw yesterday. Yeah, I'll start watching again. Cherie J, what's good, Cherie J? Cherie J says I couldn't imagine Spencer and Trina. Excuse me. I said I could imagine Spencer and Trina giving into the feelings, having a passionate night behind closed doors, and 6 weeks later, Trina ends up pregnant, putting her family in danger. Um, I don't see that happening, Cherie J. Um, but then also, how is that putting the family in danger? Um, I don't understand. Gemini says Abby even slept with Summer's little boyfriend. Damn. Nikisha said, are you taking a break from GH for the rest of the ball? I'm thinking about Nikisha. I probably will. Yeah, yeah. I see myself doing it, Nikisha. Unless it's a good episode. If it's a good episode, then I'll sit there and review it. But um, I just know that I'm not gonna really enjoy it. And I don't know. Here's the thing. I it's one of those things I was thinking about all day because it's like I stand by 100% of what I said. And if an episode, even if it's not nurse support related, and the episode just sucks, I'm going to literally, well, you know how I'm gonna do. Oh no, I'm gonna no, oh Nikisha, I'm gonna watch it. Laura's in the chat. What's good, Laura? No, I'm gonna sit there and watch it. I'm gonna watch all the episodes, but reviewing it may be something different. If it's really bad and I know I'm just gonna be in a really foul mood, like I was yesterday, because it was that episode particularly put me in a bad mood. And I may not review the episodes until yeah. Now Sharif says Spencer is a cast out. Whoever he gets involved with, that person will be cursed for. Well, Sharif, that's almost the same thing with Corinthos. Like seriously, Sharif J. That's the same thing with a Corinthos. Gemini says Abby was always an entitled spoiled brat. Yeah, yesterday was pretty boring anyways. Just and that's the thing. It wasn't even just that it was boring. It was like nothing really moved the story forward, you know. And that I think that's what bothered me more than anything else. I'd rather be upset with certain characters throughout the day than it being boring. Like it's like I'd rather have a character that I can't stand than a character that bores me. Because a character that bores me is worse. They just are generally worse. Um, I'm not exactly a fan of that. But it's the same thing with episodes, and I think that's what just bothered me more. Harry says, and a Jeremy, I love Ava, but look at how all her men turned out after a relationship with her. Oh, and a Jerome, yes, yeah, yeah. He said, just finished watching Graduate with my daughter. She thinks Craig is the best character. I say, Eli, anyone? Uh, Nikisha, I actually tell you the truth, I used to be a big Craig fan. I used to be a, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be a big Craig fan, Nikisha. But I also like Manny though, too. Like when I was around that age to watch it, because Casey Stills, that girl got it going on. Jesus Christ, that woman got it going on. But yeah, Nikisha, I used to be a huge Craig fan though. I like Eli, but he wasn't. I like Craig more. They said, did you watch GH when Carly was on? When Carly was set to. Dave said, did you start watching GH when Carly was sent to Cliff? Yeah, yeah, I watched it then. I watched it before then. JT, oh, Jonathan, JT. Yeah, Dave, I started watching back in 2000, in the year 2000. Yeah, Casey Stills. Johnson, that was my girl. To this day, that was my girl. Um, Jonathan, who was that other character? I think her name was Liberty Van something. Liberty Van something. There was one other character. Nikisha, I'm not gonna. Here's the thing, Nikisha. The way he played that was so crazy. I think that's what it is, Nikisha, because you can literally see his eyes. Like he looked like he was so surprised. And out of all the deaths that I've seen in different shows, I gotta sit there and say that was probably among the most shocking. Who is that? I want to say, who is that? Who is that other girl though? She was, Jesus Christ. How do I sit there and say this without being offensive? Um, yeah, Nikisha. Yeah, that was another character I actually liked. But who is the Okay, the Terry. Terry I liked. I actually really like Terry. Yeah, yeah, Terry actually I liked. Skinner's in the chat was good, Skinner. Um, yes, thank you, CW. Yeah, no, Terry I liked. But let's just sit there and say I have certain reasons why I actually like Terry. Gemini says JT JT is still alive in jail. He's not dead. Nikki said I like Terry too. I hated Ashley and Emma. Yeah, I actually told Nikisha I can see that. I can totally see Ashley. Emma, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I can actually see her too. I mean, don't get me wrong, I kinda like Emma towards the end, but I can totally see that. But yeah, Terry was my girl though. Johnson says we're talking about, yeah, I think that guy's name is JT Hellstorm or something like that. Gemini said JT had a problem with Victor that every other man had, and that Victor is controlling. Yeah. Deja Flaw says, did the review on Trina and Josh come from Twitter? No, Deja Flaw, it actually came from the chat. People were actually talking about it in the chat. He said, I forgot about Spinner. I like Spinner as he got older. Have a good night, Dave. Nikisha, I'm not gonna lie. There was one episode. I almost want to sit there and say in the members live stream, but let's just sit there and say this, Nikisha. There was one episode of Spinner where here's the thing about Degrassi. Degrassi has some really extremely awkward moments. Um, and unfortunately, I can't even sit there and say what that awkward moment. Let's just sit there and say it this way: Spinner had a really awkward moment, like a really awkward moment where, well, he just had an awkward moment. I let people sit there and think about what that awkward moment is. Like he said, Degrassi won't nothing but a soap opera for teenagers. Yeah. Darby says, how many people think Eric is the stalker while then pulling it and setting up Sloan for a fall? Um, Eric? No. Have a good night. Last day. Nikki says Spinner had a few awkward moments. No, but he had one awkward moment, like for a man. That's like a very manly awkward moment. But have a good night, last day. Have a great night. Thank you for joining us. Squire's in the chat. What's good, Squire? Okay, CW, you know it's easy. You know you know what I'm talking about. I'm glad you caught on to that though. I'm mad that Manny got with Jay too. Whatever says Eric was staring down those scissors and magazine. No, I get that, but I don't see why he would sit there and set. I mean, that's a radical theory. That is a radical theory. I mean, don't get me wrong. But CW, I'm so glad that you actually caught what I was saying. Mm, yeah, they had some arguments. That, but I mean, that's the thing though, Darby. We know it's not. We know it's not Sloan. He's now. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. Well, you probably don't remember it, but there was an episode in Acacia where we had this really awkward moment when a man gets really happy in a different kind of way and had to walk around with that happiness. I'm trying to keep this as PG-13 as possible. But yes, it's when a man is walking around happy. Johnson says maybe Eric could be doing it to get the song out of Pauline and Chanel lives, kind of like, Jonathan, that's not that's actually not a bad theory. I mean, it's a wild one and it's out there, but honestly, tell you the truth, I didn't see that coming with Bill and Rich. So okay, yeah. Harry says he walked. Oh, Carrie, you are amazing. Yes. Yes. See, I was trying to keep it PG. Remember, tried. Uh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I don't think that's a. Now, Mel said I have a feeling that if it's not Sloan, that it could be her mom that did not die because people come back to life and say, oh. But here's the thing though, Mel. Why would it, like, all that attention would just fall back on her daughter? So I feel like that wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good theory, but I feel like that'd be problematic for her daughter. Ariana says probably good. You ran out of wine. Yeah, yeah. In the long run, you're probably right though. Kyrie says I might say. Kyrie, I would not have you any other way. I would not have you any other way. I was meant to try to keep it PG, and Kyrie's like, nope. We just gonna get rated X tonight. It's 10 o'clock, bitches. Okay. That's literally how Kyrie's just did thinking. Kyrie's just like, what? Listen, it's 10 o'clock. We about to get real up in the air. I love it. I love it. Probably true though. I don't like hangovers, but I really like my Moscato. Nate's in the chat. Nate says, "But are Bill and Rich heroes?" Nope, not really. Why would you say that, Nate? Very curious about that. Curious exactly. You know me well, Britt and Becky and CW. Not sure my favorites, y'all. Kyrie's, like I said, we would not have you any other way. Kyrie's is pretty much like, yo, F that. It's 10 o'clock. We about to sit there and get X rated. Ariana says pretty much the right. Exactly. That's always, that's another reason why I do push these memberships, you know, because we do have a great time in them, you know, and I love. I mean, granted, even in here, I love the people I'm surrounded with. I do, point blank, period. And I love the people that are my members and stuff like that. We have a great time, you know. And Akeisha, I'm speechless. CW said, and we get even wilder, and it's exactly CW is. I'm still sitting there thinking about Nikisha said, Jesus Christ. I love it. That is very true, CW. Juanita's in the chat. Juanita said, hi, Deacon. Gonna sneak and see Sheila with the keys to the handcuffs. Listen, Juanita, I'm not even mad at Deacon. Okay. You know, women, there's some women that like bad boys, and there's some guys that like bad girls. It's just how it is. Becky D says, "Don't forget to tap and help share the channel." Yes, thank you, Becky D. Thank you. Yeah, no, share the video, hit the like button. It really does help. Um, this, like I always sit there and say, this is literally my favorite part of my day. Hands down, it is. I mean, I'm glad I had that week off from work. I got to sit there and spend it with everyone here. I got to sit there and I got to sit there and chill here and get away from work. Harry says, I think I'm safer. Harry says, I think I'm safer from sensitivity. Barbie Barney. Nate says, Bill and Rich would have told everyone about the plan behind the scenes. Bill's reasoning doesn't make sense. He just wanted to be a hero. Hmm. Laura says, when are they going to explain how Deacon can steal liquor? Wasn't he a felon? Jonas, on a side note, I actually did want to see the new movie of Dragon Ball superheroes. I got some thoughts on that. It was good, but it was things that was just not needed. I gotta say, everyone, that this battery has definitely worked out, and also being on StreamYard has worked out a lot better. Like if I was going through YouTube, like regular YouTube, I'm pretty sure it probably would have ended around like after like an hour and 30. And we're actually hitting 2 hours. I haven't did a 2 hour live stream or a live show in so long that I actually started to doubt myself if I can actually do 2 hours. Then I realized that it's really the people here that actually make this live stream so fun. Like I said, not yet. Have a good night, Valerie. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the new schedule moving forward. Um, that'll be interesting. Acacia Johnson says eventually our year survivor list will be over 9,000. That sounds like a power level, but you know what? I would love that number. I would love that number. You know, here's the thing though, Jonathan. I would love that number, but I'm happy with the number I have right now. And I'm just enjoying the ride, to be honest. Exactly, exactly. I'm glad I actually caught that, Jonathan, because I was like over 9,000. I was like, I did get that, Jonathan. Um, Darby says Sloan said it herself. She does want to punish Paulina, but she wants Paulina to see her coming as she does it. It's her being direct, and not being a coward who hides behind notes. Here's the thing, Darby. I just feel like it's too obvious. She tried two routes. Yeah, I got that, Jonathan. She tried two routes, and it didn't go through. And something about her trash in her office just seems too obvious. Seems too obvious. Seems way too obvious. So I'm not buying it. Laura says, sell liquor, don't you own a bar? Have a good night, Shauna. Thank you for joining us. It's always great to see you in the chat. Yeah, he does. And technically, he didn't steal it. Sheila did. So, and honestly, to tell you the truth, whatever he was going to go to jail for, he ain't going to jail for it now. You know, I'm just waiting for Hope to find out that Sheila was with Deacon the whole time. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for. I mean, here's the thing. Even when he left, because he left to go get like money to buy the restaurant, and of course that's when he went to be on Cobra Kai. It still made no sense. Laura says Sloan has a brother coming soon. Hmm, maybe that's the person. Because I think at this point, for the people that's watching Days of Our Lives, you can all agree that um it's not Sloan. So, it's funny too because like I'm kind of interested to sit there and wonder where people in this chat is getting their um where they're getting their spoilers from. I will sit there and say this: be careful about the information that you find because it may not always be true. And one other thing, when you're giving spoilers, if it's not true, it just winds up becoming a rumor. I've gotten so many spoilers for so much different content that I watch that's not true. Gloria's in the chat. What's good, Gloria? How are you doing tonight, Gloria? Thank you for joining us. W says you know why. And W says Eric and Nicole are always getting back together. In fact, Sloan could do a lot better than Eric. You know why. I mean, I really don't, but also I haven't really been watching the show as long as everyone else. So, well, yeah, I don't know why. Um, Darby says Marlena. I mean, Melanie, are you wearing a wire? Curry says, you know what I need is smoke and a beer. Classic segment from George Lopez show. Darby says, Melanie, are you a cop? Jesus. Well, I gotta sit there and I gotta sit there and say, even if I don't want to do a review, y'all just gonna have to sit there and tell me how these performances are, because yeah, I'm not looking forward to any. I mean, I don't watch any of them. Skinner said, "Geez, y'all are a little late tonight." Yeah, Skinner actually got a better battery. I got a better battery a couple weeks ago, and also I also switched to StreamYard, so I'm able to sit there and you know do the live stream longer. But trust me, I'm just just as surprised as you are. Darby says I don't want to incriminate myself. No, I think that no, Darby's just joking. He's they're not being serious. They name like Darby. I don't know if it's a man or woman, and I don't want to sit there and pry. So Gemini says StreamYard is very good. It is very good. Um, Gemini. No, it is. It is actually pretty good. There's certain things that I'm still learning about StreamYard that I should probably learn tomorrow because certain things I feel I can't do going through YouTube that I can on StreamYard, but that's because I'm still learning it. Darby said you are a woman, same thing. No, Darby, I go. No, Darby, I just I didn't want to sit there and offend. I didn't want to offend you by saying, "Oh, she or he," because you know. So I'm always not there trying to not offend people. Or I try my best to not sit there. But yeah, that's why I said that, Darby. I see you, Kyrie. I see you. Maybe sir, can you give me that one? You're really helping me make this place fun. Um, we'll see. I gotta sit there and say, for my first week being back, it's actually been pretty good. Um, I mean, even though today is usually well, it's my hell day. Even when I was at work, it wasn't totally bad. So Johnson said I watched Superman last night. I finally, it's funny, Jonathan. I finally caught up yesterday. Um, it was good. I liked it. I liked it. Um, did it come on tonight, Jonathan, or is that Thursday? I'm very curious about that, Jonathan, because I gotta sit there and look at the. I feel like a lot of stuff comes on Thursdays, or I think no, I think the Flash came on tonight, Jonathan. I think the Flash came on tonight. Harry says I'm surprised Brooke Logan hasn't made out with. Oh, Jonathan, it was on tonight. Okay, because I feel like I kind of caught up to everything tonight. Like even the Mandalorian actually caught up to. Well, except for the new night tonight. So, but I'll probably want to catching up today because honestly, tell you, Jonathan, well, as far as the Marvel shows is concerned, I'm on the last episode of Miss Marvel, and then I start She-Hulk this weekend. Johnson says Superman Lois is on Tuesday and the Flash is on Wednesday. Okay, thank you, Jonathan. It's and that's the thing, Jonathan. I get so confused, like because it just comes on my DVR and stuff like that. So I just kind of look and see when stuff comes on. Because between trying to watch all the soap operas, keeping up with everything, and then watching, the stuff in the CW, some it's a lot. Like I said, one day this year, I don't even sit there and say one day. Hopefully this year, I can sit there and try to do this full time. My sister, what do you think of Bruno? I honestly tell you, Jonathan, I actually like him. I actually like him. Jonathan, the way he was there talking to Superman, like, yo, what are you doing in my house? And like he's yelling at him, telling him to get out. I'm sitting there thinking, Jonathan, I was like, yo, this guy either has balls of steel or he has some sort of weapon. Because you don't just sit there and talk to a guy who can literally bounce bullets off his chest like it's nothing. So I'm actually really liking him, Jonathan. What about you? It's funny, Nikisha, because I think the last time something like that happened when there was some sort of news interruption, but it still came on. It still came on. It still came on YT, and I was able to sit there and watch it. Mel says, I heard going to have another Fantastic Four movie. Didn't know the date yet. I heard about that too, Mel. I heard about that too. Um, well, it's going to be done by Marvel, so I'm not worried. Let's put it this way now. Anything live action Marvel, I will go and see without question. I don't care what it is. Hell, I will sit there and watch that Baby Groot movie. I mean that Baby Groot TV show, just because it's live action. I think. Just as I predicted, Bruno could secretly be Dark Side. Johnson, I heard they were supposed to actually get a Lex Luthor in there. They were actually supposed to get their own Lex Luthor, but of course that was just a rumor. But let me know if you heard the same thing, Jonathan. If they were supposed to actually get Lex Luthor in the season. He said, because YTL loads from Canada. Oh, okay. Really? I'm not surprised, Jonathan. The guy from Team Wolf, um, Tyler Posey, was actually on Smallville. And the chick from um The Zack Snyder Lois Lane was also on Smallville too. So I'm not too surprised. I gotta go back. Jonathan, it's so funny because like you can sit there and watch all those episodes and it's like 10 years ago, and then you look back and you realize how many people are on that show that you're just like Stefan from the Vampire Diaries is on there. Um, ugh, this one is getting to me. The dude that played Damon Salvatore was also on Smallville. Johnson said Lex Luthor has been cast as Superman Lois and will appear later in the season. Okay. I was wondering about that rumor, Jonathan. I heard about that. I was actually psyched. So, and surprisingly, I'm not worried because I think they're going to do a good job. Harry says, I wouldn't want Brooke if she was the last chick on earth. Think, well, I have another option. It's funny, Kyrie. On days, Chanel actually said the same sentence. She said almost the exact same sentence as what you just said. Johnson says Michael Cutlass will play like Luther. Here's the thing, Jonathan. I think he's going to be good. But Jonathan, to be honest, like as much crap as people gave Supergirl, which some is rightfully so, I did like the guy that played Lex Luthor. I think he overstayed his welcome. I think his name was John Cryer. He was actually a good Lex Luthor. Darby says I would shut down that 7-Eleven. Darby said I would shut that 7-Eleven down on Worcester mattress. Okay, hold on. Let me try it again. Darby says I would shut down that 7-Eleven. Darby says I would shut that 7-Eleven down on Christmas Day. Oh, okay. Pastor says John Crow was a great until they run him on season 6. Jonathan, I think it's just the combination that he was on there too long. He was on there too long. He was never really supposed to be Supergirl's like villain, like major villain or anything like that. It was always supposed to be Lena Luthor, but because they didn't want to make her a villain, they wound up getting him way too long. But I did like when he came in though. I will sit there and give credit where credit's due. Harry says I'm biased, so I don't have to die because of Brooke, and I see Brooke undressed. It's funny, Kyrie. Just like the the sentence that you said before when I was watching Days. That's literally what the character Chanel said. So I just found that so funny. I was like, wait, he said that sentence before. Now says the guy who played Smallville for Lex Luthor was Michael Rosenbaum, was a horror movie called Urban Legends and the comedy Sorority Boys. I don't remember Sorority Boys, but I do remember Urban Legends. And yes, Michael Rosenbaum. He also has a podcast, which is actually like the only podcast that I actually listen to. Daisy Flowers says I like Brooke. Hmm. You know, I I'm okay with Brooke. Um, I'm okay with Brooke Daisy Flower. I didn't like her in the beginning, but I'm okay with her. Um, but I've had some harsh criticism in my reviews at times. I will sit there and say. Johnson says Talkville, yes. But even here's the thing, Jonathan. Even his regular podcast, when he had Jensen Ackles on there. He had Jared Padalecki and some other people and stuff like that. It's something about his podcast that's just really interesting to listen to. You know, like I'm not normally a podcast person, but I generally do like his stuff. Digi Flower says Brooke is one of the main reasons Forster Creations is still around. Hmm. Yeah, Digi Flower. I mean, I mean, granted, there's a lot of people that don't like a lot of people, but oof, Digi Flower. I'm not gonna lie. The hate towards Brooke is it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't have that hatred towards her because I haven't watched the show that long, so I haven't built up that level of. I do like her relationship with her and Taylor, though. I would say that. Darby says would get it. Daisy Fly says Steffi is the worst CEO. Hmm. Mel says, did y'all like Brooke with her bedroom line? I think it was Taylor. I think it was Taylor that said that. Daisy Fly says I've watched from day one. Nice. Curry says, yeah, she carried forth the creations on her back like she. Oh, Jesus. Kyrie's is being 100%. I love it. Wow. Darby says Brooke looks like a plastic surgeon tried to. Jesus. Okay. All right. After dark. Okay. We being real tonight. We are being real tonight. I love it. I don't know. I don't have the. I think that's what makes these soap operas so fun and interesting is that certain people can really like these characters. Other people can have such a disdain for them. I'm cool with Cody. I have no problem with Cody, but I know a lot of people do not like Cody, and it is what it is. I don't have that much of an issue with Brooke, but I know some people do. You know, Digi Floss says Brooke bedroom line made for integration money and believe kept that afloat. CW said because of all the scandals, the only thing Brooke did worthwhile for the company was invest the belief formula. Other than that, all she brought was shame and scandal. You know, it's funny, CW, when Steffi was on her hate train of not liking Brooke, she kept talking about the scandals, this, that, and the third. So, yeah, I don't know. Nikki said, I cringe every time you say you don't have it. uh, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I don't know. I think that's what makes it so fun now. Because, I mean, people watch my reviews, they know I go hard on certain people. Okay. I go hard on Josh. I've had my issues at times with Trina, but in all reality, Trina is nothing compared to Josh. I've given Josh her compliments, and I feel like they deserved them. You know, Darby says I don't have a problem with Stephanie until she starts talking back. Nate says the hate for Brooke goes back years since she got away with everything. Deja Flaw Steffi, no, Deja Flaw says Steffi is just like Brooke, but less smart. Oh, but less smart. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. All right. I think I'm going to sit in the stream right here. This Was a lot of fun. I do want to thank everyone for joining. Thank you. Thank you, Becky D, for the memberships. We're going to have so much fun. I think when everything rolls through, we're going to actually have around 41 something, 40 something memberships. I don't know. I'm just in awe. Have a good night, Daisy Flower. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Mel. Harry says, I remember before you were doing your live streams, I almost stopped watching you, Albert, because I thought you were defending Broke too much, and I always stayed away from whenever she was in your. Yeah, no, I get it, Kyrie's. I get it. I get it. Well, yeah, honestly, tell you the truth, Kyrie's, I'm glad you stuck around, though. I'm so glad you stuck around. Because this chat needs you in it. This chat definitely needs you in it. So I'm personally grateful that you stuck around. Johnson says, thank you for this edition, for this extended so chat with our boss. Yes, yes, that new battery is definitely helping out. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good night, Ariana. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Kyrie's. Thank you so much. And thank you, Nikisha. Thank you for joining. It's always a pleasure to have you in the chat. Have a good night, Laura. Have a good night, Darby. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you. You are amazing. If I I could not be any more grateful if that's even more possible. But yes, thank you, Kyrie, and thank you, Darby. Thank you, Nikisha. Thank you, Laura. You have a great night, Ariane. You have a great night. CW, you have a great night. Cat Lady, you have a great night. Thank you. Valerie, I think I said good night to Valerie. DC was in chat. I think DC left. Have a good night, Mel. Thank you for joining. Wow. No, seriously, thank you, Becky D. Thank you. I cannot be more grateful if it's I said you, my words not even coming out right, but just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you so much. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nate. It was great seeing you in the chat. Yes, thank you, Cat Lady. You have a great night. Skinner, you have a great night. Um, Sammy, I know Sammy was in the chat. I hope he has a great night. It was really great seeing him as well. Um, yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Stay safe. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow in the next live streams.